Hi, today we're taking quite a long ride from Hoàn Kiếm to Phương Mai, from my apartment to Grandma's house. Grandma's house being the kids' grandma's house in Phương Mai, which is about half an hour away. So from time to time I'll speed the video up so you can see everything, but it won't actually take half an hour to watch. Just like this. At the moment we're still in Hoàn Kiếm district, near my apartment, kind of in the French Quarter, I guess you'd call it. It's an area with a lot of old French architecture, lots of embassies, lots of big old trees, and it's actually quite a quiet part of Hanoi for being relatively close to the middle of town. But it is particularly quiet at the moment because we're in the middle of the worst outbreak of COVID that Vietnam has so far experienced. Until now we've been quite lucky, but this one is a bit more of a worry. Not so bad in Hanoi though, but it is keeping people at home and the restaurants closed. Speaking of restaurants, we're just about to pass the spot where Anthony Bourdain took Obama for bún chả. Bún chả is famous in Hanoi, one of the city's signature dishes. This particular spot is pretty good, but it's not the best in town. But we're kind of spoiled for choice living in the part of Hanoi we do. There's really a lot of different places to eat, very close. Time for another speed up, I think. Here we are coming up to Trio Street, which is one of the two main shopping streets in central Hanoi. The other one being Pho Huay. We're really getting away from the Hoàn Kiếm district now and getting into what would mostly be called the Trio district. It's not really a district, but it's sort of an area where there is a lot of shopping and is kind of the original CBD area of Hanoi. There are a few more modern buildings around. There is actually now a second CBD area in Hanoi, which is trying to be developed by the government and is full of much more high-rise building, quite a long way away from here, in the Cao Gai district of Hanoi. I'm not really a fan of that part of Hanoi. It's a bit of a concrete jungle, but there are a few nice parks and some nice places to eat. There are many lakes in Hanoi. We're about to come up to one of the bigger ones in the central part of Hanoi, Pho Ban Mao. It's actually a little bit bigger than the famous Hoàn Kiếm Lake in the middle of Hanoi and is surrounded by a beautiful park. But unfortunately at the moment with COVID, a lot of the parks are closed. The street we're riding down here runs along the side of the lake and is full of restaurants and cafes. But unfortunately they're all closed at the moment because of COVID. Many places are still open, but only for takeaways. I've got to mention at this point how well the kids are doing. This is the first time they've been for a really big, long bike ride. Mostly they've just ridden their bikes around the local neighbourhood areas before. Sok, who's in the black, is 6, and Bon, in the red, is 5. Just over my shoulder in this shot you can see a great big tower, which is a bit of a feature of this part of the city. time for another speed up, I think. Now we have turned the corner and are riding along the bottoms of the lake, which is actually one of the main arterial roads of Hanoi. Quite busy with heavy traffic like cars and buses and trucks. Here you see Nyung giving a little bit of money to some charity. I think it was for disabled people. They were singing karaoke on the street corner as a way to attract your attention. At the moment, the government's actually put out the call for people to donate for vaccine. Seems to be the way in Vietnam that often the government will put out the call for people to donate. It's kind of like a voluntary taxation system in times of special need. Now we have arrived in Phương Mai district, and we are in fact driving up Phương Mai Street, which runs alongside several of Hanoi's largest hospitals and most important hospitals. And most of the shops on the street are either pharmacies, or they sell things like medical supplies and wheelchairs and things like that. We often get Nyung's mother to go shopping for us in Phương Mai because for some reason she can always seem to get much cheaper prices than we can. And here I am arriving late down the little lane to Nyung's parents' house, where we're about to have a dinner of bun eaten with fermented shrimp sauce, which is an acquired taste. On the way home I went a different way, going down more of the bigger main streets. It's a bit more direct, a bit less scenic. I'll put it on fast.